Bitcoin wheels are making their move, both in the long term, but also in the short term. And once you understand what the wheels are doing now, it becomes extremely obvious to see what is about to happen next for the Bitcoin price. So we'll be talking about that, need to talk about this upward trend for Bitcoin. Will we hold it? Need to talk about the longer term Bitcoin price action and much more in today's update video. This is definitely going to be an important one. So as always, let's get started with a shorter time frame. And in a shorter time frame, like I've said, Bitcoin is still trading in this upward sloping trend. And we can potentially start to have a look into some kind of a local bottom getting formed. Because yes, if we have a look into what the wheels are doing in a shorter time frame, well, yes, they are accumulating. They are accumulating long positions over on the Bitfinex exchange. If we have a look into the Bitcoin USD long pair on the Bitfinex exchange, we can see that more and more long positions are getting opened again. And this orange line chart is the Bitcoin price, and historically speaking, we can see that whenever Bitfinex wheels are opening up long positions, well, usually that coincides with a Bitcoin local bottom before a Bitcoin rally to the upside, right over here. That has also happened. Bitfinex wheels opening up long positions and a Bitcoin bottom was found. The next rally to the upside has been getting initiated. Right now, a lot of long positions are being opened again. And yeah, we are sitting at a massive level of support. So potentially we can see a bit of a local bottom getting created. We are creating a bullish divergence on the 4-hourly Bitcoin time frame. The RSI indicator is making a higher low, while on the price action we are making a lower low. Perfect Bitcoin bullish divergence getting created, so this is looking pretty good. Now on top of that, we are sitting at a massive level of support from the yearly open, and we are seeing extreme levels of fear being reached again. Yesterday we were sitting at the level of 10. And today as well, we are sitting at the 10 level of fear and greed index. So yeah, extreme fear right now going on. Perfect buying opportunity. Now, one thing to be aware of is that there's still going to be a CME gap sitting down below us. So we could potentially be filling up that CME gap over there before really seeing that bounce back to the upside. But yes, for the shorter time frames, I am going to be expecting somewhat of a bounce to the upside. Now, do also keep in mind that currently we are trading inside of a weekend. Usually during the course of the weekend, we just tend to consolidate sideways. So keep that one in mind. So everything will be very important to be having a look into for next week. Probably during this weekend, we are not going to be seeing a lot of price action. Now, on top of that, yes, we have been falling down below this crucial level of support. So if we are going to be seeing a bit of a bounce, this previous support is going to be very important to have a look into and probably will be acting as resistance. So yes, I think that 100K region is going to be important to be having a look into for that bounce. After that, the 106K level. And after that, we may potentially have a look into the 116K level again. If we are going to be seeing this bounce, if we are indeed going to be seeing that recovery because of the Bitfinex wheels, because of the fear and greed index, because of this massive level of support, and because of this bullish divergence. So these are going to be the targets that I will be watching out for. However, anyways, yes, we have been creating a perfect distribution for the Bitcoin price action exactly at our top that we have been having a look into for many times. And right now, Bitcoin is looking to be breaking down below the 50 weekly moving average. So this is looking extremely dangerous every single time that we are closing down below the 50 weekly moving average. Well, this is always meaning that we have entered a bear market. This has happened in 2021. And this has also happened after the 2017 bull market. Now, one thing to be aware of is that even though we are falling down below that 50 weekly moving average, that doesn't mean we need to be falling down in a straight line to the downside. We can easily move around this level and still dance around the 50 weekly moving average, like we have also done in 2021. And even after that fall to the downside, we can easily see a complacency bounce to the upside to retest the 50 weekly moving average. On top of that, we are seeing a dead cross being formed right now. Today, it officially flashed just a few hours ago. And historically speaking, at the end of the 4-year cycle, this is also very bearish and is starting the bear market. Now, during this bull market, many times it actually indicated a local bottom. So, yeah, which one of the two is it gonna be? In my personal opinion, I am leaning more in favor to the bear market. But indeed, if we are going to be breaking back above the 50 weekly moving average, maybe this time could be different and the 4-year cycle is actually going to be getting invalidated and we can continue this bull market to the upside. Let's see about that. However, definitely this warning signal is pretty dangerous, which we are seeing now. Now, in that longer time frame, it is going to be pretty obvious what is going on because, yeah, whales are very obviously making their moves right in front of our eyes. So, need to talk about this a bit later. However, definitely be aware of the fact that in a shorter time frame, I am going to be expecting somewhat of a local bottom being formed anytime soon. So if you're going to be getting interested in trading yourself, make sure to check out the second link down below because you can claim a free 30 USDT bonus only by registering a new account. The only thing you need to do is click on that link down below, sign up an account only available with my link, and then you'll be deposited a $30 into your account for free. On top of that, if you're going to be depositing a little bit into 2bit, you will be getting a 20% rebate. So if you deposit 1K, you're going to be getting free 200 USDT deposited into your account. And also, if you're going to be trading a little bit, you can also be claiming some huge rewards. So definitely make sure to be checking it out. With that link down below, it is huge to be checking out over on the 2bit platform. However, definitely one thing I want to be sharing is that if we are going to be seeing this bounce back to the upside, yes, I'm going to be taking my profits, I'm going to be exiting my positions, and I'm going to be potentially starting to have a look into short opportunities. But I will be keeping you guys up to date about that exactly, because yes, I do think in that longer time frame, everything is looking very dangerous, like I've also been sharing many and many times before. This morning, I've just been opening up all of my recent videos and all of my receipts. And yes, if I'm going to be having a look into all of my videos that I've shared in September, in literally almost every video that I published, I was saying this, that probably we're going to be seeing one last liquidity grab above the previous highs, above the 125K level, and hit that second Fibonacci level of resistance, still see a liquidity grab above, and after that, it is going to be over. I said during every single video to not forget to take your profits, that this is going to be the last and final rally. You need to take your profits during that stage. And after that, it was going to be over. I've said that just like I was dollar cost averaging in at the bottoms, I was going to be dollar cost averaging out at the tops. This is exactly what I've been saying. And also in my Platinum group, I've said many times, maybe the most important video in a long while. Make sure to watch the whole video through. And this was the chart that I was talking about in my Platinum group, which you can join for free with the first link down below. So yeah, I do want to be stating that do not come at me saying I did not warn you about what was about to happen. I was saying it many and many times. And quite honestly, I do not know anybody that stayed bullish throughout the entire bull market, because mind you, I was bullish throughout the entire bull market. I never really flipped bearish once. During every single meaningful bottom, I have called out bullish price action, I've called out long positions, etc. So I do not know anybody that stayed bullish throughout the entire bull market and only turned bearish at the top while calling it out literally beforehand. So all of the warning signals were there. Congratulations if you did indeed take your profits, because right now officially Bitcoin probably is going to be trading in a bear market. I will be updating you about what I'm going to be doing next, what targets I'll be looking out for bear market bottoms. But also do keep in mind that in the scenario that if we are going to be retracing back above the 50 weekly moving average, I am ready to flip my opinion. I'm ready to be flipping back bullish again. So be aware that you need to be involved in the market still daily to know exactly what is going on, because this is my opinion now. this is my bias now, but this might be changing anytime soon as more news will come out, as more data will come out, because for right now, all of these signals have been blatantly obvious. For example, OG wheels have been dumping all of their Bitcoin, like you can see right over here. We'll be talking more about that a bit later, but all of the signals have been obvious. For example, the 4-year cycle top, we have been hitting the exact time period where usually around we have been peaking at. The MVRV Z-score has been signaling a peak, also right over here, 4-year cycle top. DXY, dollar currency index, has been pushing back to the upside, which has always meant risk on assets performing worse. We have been hitting this massive level of resistance, and yeah, this has always been signaling a peak. So all of the warning signals have been there. We have also seen a lot of layoffs coming in, and we have been seeing the rate cuts coming in, which were actually recessionary cuts because the economy is weakening, like I've also shared in the past, where it's not going to be a normalization cut, but it's going to be a recessionary cut. And so this is always kind of confluencing with bull market peaks, and this is what I've been calling out beforehand. OG wheels have been understanding this. They have been dumping all of their Bitcoins. Like you can see, orange is 100 million OG wheels dumping, and red is 500 million OG wheels dumping. Now, obviously, the sell pressure is going to be increasing as the Bitcoin price is going to be increasing as well. But usually always whenever wheels are dumping, this is signaling peaks incoming, and right now we've been seeing the biggest wheel selling ever going on at around the exact peak, while we are seeing recessionary cuts, while the 4-year cycle is coming to an end, right? We are hitting that end stage of the 4-year cycle, while we have been hitting our target, and many more on-chain indicators that have been signaling a peak. So it is no coincidence, in my personal opinion. We are breaking down below the 50 weekly moving average now, and it is looking very dangerous for us. Now, like I've also shared in the beginning of the video, in a shorter time frame, I do think that we can be finding ourselves somewhat of a local bottom. Of course, we're not going to be dumping down in a straight line. We have never been doing that, but I just want to be pointing out all of the facts. I just want to be setting this, the facts straight. Anyways, yeah, with that being said, this was it for me in today's update video. If you're interested in trading or joining the Platinum group, make sure to join with the first link down below and trade over on 2bit with some huge bonuses that you can be claiming right now. And anyways, guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.